Hi, Wheel of Time fans. Welcome back to Tori Talks with Dr. S. I'm Tori. This is Dr. S. And this is episode 2 of How to Lie Like an Aes Sedai. This was all you, by the way. You came up with this. It was brilliant, but they seem to really like it. So you get another one, guys.
Thank you. It's fun, and it's all like through our collaboration and conversations that any of these ideas come up, so I don't want full credit.
She gets full credit.
But
I don't have the same mind as you. I can't even do this. Thank you for doing this. I know it's a lot of work.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we asked if you liked videos like that, then we would do more, and so you did, and I asked for suggestions because I don't remember all the scenes, but you guys, overwhelmingly, this is the one that people asked for, which is from season 1, episode 2, where Moirraine and Lan and all of our Two Rivers folks are traveling, and they run across the White Cloaks.
And I want to let you know, This is the first thing I thought of, because this is my first experience with an Aes Sedai.
Yes. And it was very like, it's almost like she was teaching the young ones how to do it. Like, as soon as she saw them, she was like, only answer questions if they're asked directly to you. And she said, I'm a fallen woman, or I'm a woman from a fallen house. And, like really things that were like, we later on would know were true, but like we didn't really know everything about it.
Yeah.
So we'll just do this scene, and then I'll kind of show you like, basically how I'm kind of envisioning this is like teaching you how to lie or to not lie, or it's kind of like both, right? Kind of like in a kind of educational way. So absolutely. I don't know, like ethically, like I feel a little moral qualms about teaching people how to lie. Kind of fun. Also, I wonder, like, people might think like, wow, she's really good at this. How can I trust what she says? I don't know. But anyways, here we go.
No, nobody's thinking that. I don't think so.
Okay, good. Okay, so the first thing that happens is, the key pieces of dialogue is they're encountered. That's the first one, right? Okay, so Bornhald is like talking to Moirraine, and he's talking about like the war in the south, and he says the Aes Sedai are heading in force to the White Tower, and Moirraine says, "Wars and witches don't concern us, sir."
Totally,
right? So obviously we know that she is concerned about what he's talking about, but the words that she uses are wars and witches.
Right.
So she's not a witch. She knows that Aes Sedai are referred to as witches, which is a derogatory term, right? And so she doesn't agree with that. So what she does is she uses this strategy called evasive rhetoric.
Wow.
And I wrote the definition.
That's awesome.
So evasive rhetoric is when you deliberately invoke a term or concept that you don't accept or agree with in order to avoid an uncomfortable reality.
Jeez, so that's a real thing.
Yeah, so that's what she's doing, right? Like, she knows what he's saying, but in order to remove herself from like acknowledging that, she says, "Wars and witches don't concern us, sir." That's brilliant.
That's really, really brilliant. Yes.
So then the next part of this scenario is, so she talks about like getting injured, and she like describes the whole, like, I like how she's like, oh, you wouldn't believe me if I told you, right? So kind of setting this whole like, I'm an honest person.
So good.
This whole thing, right? And then like they look at her wound, and they the Trollocs are getting near, and then so Bornhald says, like she says, they were attacked in this town, and where was the town? And then Bornhald says, what was the name of the town where you came from?
Okay, so she got some wiggle room there.
Not her fault that he asked the question in that way, but she quickly said Terran Ferry, which is where they crossed on the ferry. They did come from there. So she's not lying, but what she's doing is using a strategy called literal truth-telling.
Oh my gosh. This is amazing.
So this is answering only what was explicitly asked, knowing that more is expected.
That's so funny.
Right?
Oh my gosh, there's terms for all of these. Okay.
Yeah. And you have to be quick, right? Because it's all like how it's asked. Like if he said, where was this town where the Trollocs attacked you? Well, she would have had to ask, so,
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't that's how he asked it.
Yeah.
And she answered the question literally.
Right.
Right?
Oh, that's brilliant.
So the next part is, okay, so let's see. Oh yeah, so then Bornhald asks her, are you heading to Whitebridge? And she answers, yes, sir. And then she says, I have a sister in the city who we hope will let us stay. So, okay, so here's what's happening, right? She answers a question, period, full stop. And then she also says, I have a sister in the city who we hope will let us stay. She didn't say in Whitebridge. She has a sister in the city. We know she has a city in the sister of Kyrene, right? So anyways.
It's yes, comma, sir, period.
Yes. So this is called preemptive misdirection.
Wow.
So this is introducing unrelated information to steer the conversation.
Jeez.
Right? So.
Oh my gosh, this is so cool.
Yeah. So I thought, the last video we did, we gave you a little, not test, I would say like practice. We'll just think of this as practice, like you're in school. So I thought to get you in the mind frame, I'm trying to make this more like easy, comfortable for you. So I'm thinking like, let's say our Wonder Girls, Elaine and Egwene and Nynaeve, they are training to be Aes Sedai one day. One day they will have to think on their feet like this. So they need practice.
Yeah.
So let's pretend you're one of them.
Okay.
So let's say you're Elaine. All right. Okay. So
I like that.
Okay. So let's say, and these questions, like, I'm not going to make them really dire where like you feel like your life is at risk, because I don't want you to like get that stressed out. So we're going to keep it light. We're going to keep it light. Okay.
Okay.
Keep it light. This is just like to practice like rhetorical answers, like maybe some of the strategies that I've talked about, or maybe you'll just think of your own. Okay, so let's just say you're Elaine and you're just like hanging out, and like Matt comes up to you. Matt's kind of flirty. He sees you. He's like, you're kind of cute. He's like, hey, so, are you in any romantic relationships right now?
Oh, am I in any romantic relationships
right now? Yeah. So.
No.
But are you lying? You're lying. You can't lie.
Are you talking about Avienda?
Yes. Which we can say because,
Are you in any romantic relationships right now is the question.
Yeah. Or you can even remove the right now. Just say, are you in any romantic relationships? Okay, so I say...
Yes, I am.
But you don't want people to know.
Right.
Right. So I think like, say a way to, answer this, you could say, no man has caught my eye recently.
Oh my gosh, you're so good. See, okay, just so you know, I failed. I'm 0 for 2, right? Because I'm just not good at lying, guys. That's what we learned from this.
Yeah.
I'm not a liar. That's really good. No man has caught my eye.
I'm not a liar either.
No, but
But I'm studying it in advance, so it's not really fair. Like if you turned the tables on me and gave me a scenario, like to think on my feet, I'm not a think on my feet kind of person.
You kind of are. I remember, I've known her since I was like 17, guys. I'm 41. And I remember one of the first things you ever said, which I cannot relate to, is I'm really good with words. Or like, I like words.
I do.
You really like, and you're really good with your words. So what I'm saying is, even though we'll take lying out of it, the way you can manipulate your words to fit this idea is really brilliant.
I can do it in writing. Like if I was going to carefully craft an email, I could strategically use grammar and like passive voice to like convey the meaning that I want. But on the spot, like if somebody was asking me questions, I don't know.
Somebody ask her a question in the comment.
Oh my gosh.
Ask her.
Yeah, but I would have time to think about it and write it. And you'd probably see that little edited sign because I would be like going back to edit it.
Okay, do it and then I'll read it to her when we're together.
But yeah, I don't know.
Just send them to my personal email. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, do you have another one or is that it?
No, that's it. I can only think of one at a time. It's exhausting for me too. Plus I feel really bad putting you on the spot like that.
No, it's okay. I'm fine. It's totally fine. I love it actually.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, nope. You know me. I can be like brutally honest. Sometimes. I don't even know how. But I'm learning so much. I'm going to be the best liar. The lands.
But sometimes you have to because you're saving the people.
I have to save the people, guys.
You have to think like you're training to be an Aes Sedai one day. People's lives will be in your hands, and how are you gonna like get them safely by the White Cloaks if you don't learn how to
It's a lot of pressure.
do this?
There's a lot riding on this.
Yes, exactly. So there you go.
That was so fun. Thank you for another very educational session of how to lie like an Aes Sedai.
Yeah, or how to not lie.
Or how to not
However
lie.
you want to see it.
It is both, isn't it?
It is both, huh?
Yeah. Thank you so much for that. And please keep the recommendations coming. This is so much fun. Thank you. Bye.